A huge thank you to these incredible supporters on the screen and to you watching this video. Your support helps us bring our golf curriculum to low-income children around the world at no cost to them, just like our location in Cape Flat, South Africa in partnership with the Hillard program. Please like, share, and consider subscribing. Together, we can give the gift of golf to kids who need it the most.
To be able to see the logo on my grip, so I can read the Golf Pride logo, and it looks very much down the center of that grip. You will also notice that my chest is now pointing more towards the tee peg and the club head. I've also got my hips rotated towards the tee peg. And this would be where I'd really be liking to get to post impact. I'm just going to simply fold my arm. Watch what happens to the club head. It's traveled another 4 feet. So if that was my goal swing, if I was releasing the club through this way, achieving 23 miles an hour speed here, but actually letting the club head release because of what my lead arm is doing, suddenly I'm going to be tapping into speed that I didn't have before. And it doesn't feel like I'm swinging any faster because my hands aren't traveling any faster. It's just how that energy is going from my hands and my body through out into the club. So take a look at your swing. I'd almost guarantee that there'll be lots of you who will have this kind of look.
Just like we saw, the sponsorship of a video can literally change a coach's method of release. And when that happens, you have to ask, who is really in control of the message? Is it the teacher or the company paying them? You can't trust channels that are riddled with sponsorships, on staff with equipment brands, or chasing clicks. Look at most of YouTube golf instructors. Their earliest videos are calm, helpful, and focused on bettering the game. But then something changes. The thumbnails start yelling, the tips get shorter, the promises get bigger, and they all start selling the same dream. Faster, further, straighter, easier. That sounds like my college days for some reason. You don't believe me? Let's watch how some club manufacturers have been playing this game for decades, just with better lighting and louder music. Same trick, but different weapon. Here's a commercial from Yonex 1990.
The first thing a golfer will find if they pick up a Yonex wood or iron is that the ball goes farther. There were many times throughout this year in which these clubs gave me a distinct advantage. At the International, number 14 comes to mind. I hit 6-iron in there the last day.
You could hit 6-iron too.
44-yard par 5. Not many people were able to reach that green, yet alone hit it with a 6-iron. Yonex graphite is the future of golf.
Now when you buy any set of Yonex wide-body clubs, you'll get a free golf bag or a free Yonex putter.
Tin Staffel, there's no such thing as free. I like the way they try and tie this in, that you can be like Phil Mickelson if you just use some Yonex. Well, you know what? Wilson Staff, 1984. Let's take a listen.
Why change the club more pros play? The club with more victories, more money won on tour. Why? To make it even better. Introducing the new Wilson Staff, designed by pros to make it even more playable. The drill-through hosel, the wider sole, designed to put more power behind the ball. That could help any pro.
And help you play more like a pro.
And help you play more like a pro. They try and funnel this in, so man, I just buy these Wilsons. Look how good they look. I could just shave with that when I'm finished too. Man, here is a Titleist HP2 two-piece ball. Let's take a look at what we can do for our game.
This will make some heads spin, because this, amazingly, is a two-piece ball. A very long two-piece ball.
Look at that spin.
But with spin, no other two-piece ball has perfected. And feel, no other two-piece ball can touch. Titleist HP2. The player's two-piece ball, and part of the total performance family that makes Titleist number one.
Number one. I think this one takes the cake. This is Orlemar, 1998. The Tri-Metal, for those of you who remember Tri-Metals, I almost fell victim to this, but just watch how they tug at your emotions. I think they're out of business.
Golf is a game of risk and reward. But sometimes the biggest hazard you face is simply not having the right club in your bag.
There goes that tease. You got a problem? Here's the solution.
Introducing the revolutionary Tri-Metal from Orlemar Golf.
Bam!
The Orlemar Tri-Metal. It's the difference between risk and reward.
So this is a 30-minute infomercial, but by the end of this, I'm still today ready to pump out my wallet and say, here, take my money, because I can guarantee to hit every green in regulation from 300 yards out. But the way they tie it in emotionally, it's like, yeah, I got a secret that you don't have. And the other guy's like, man, I suck. But this is normal. I mean, this is what they do, but it's the same thing in the YouTube instruction world and in the magazines, all that stuff. So please don't fall victim to it. And I guarantee you watch nowadays commercials, they're still telling you the same thing. Further, faster, straighter, easier, if you just pay 10 easy payments of, I don't know, $400. But I challenge you, go on YouTube and look for old infomercials from all different years. It's the same playbook. Don't get caught up in this playbook. Did you see the pattern? It's not an accident. It's a proven marketing formula that's been around forever, and golf companies have mastered it. First, they create the problem. Your launch angle is too low, your spin is too high, your swing speed's too slow. Then they offer the solution conveniently found in this year's driver, the shaft, this ball, this magic wand. And finally, they hit you with emotion. If you don't buy it, you're falling behind. But if you do, you're a winner. You're in the know. You're doing what the tour guys do. And the next time you go to Topgolf, a bunch of ladies are going to come down and massage you with the tears of all the guys that you beat because you have our secret. It's not helping you play better. It's about making you feel worse until you pay. That's how you sell someone who's frustrated and desperate to improve. But it hasn't just been invented now. Back in the post-war boom, golf became a commercial machine. Magazines needed ad revenue and equipment companies needed eyeballs, so they made a deal. Fill the pages with swing tips next to club ads. Instruction wasn't designed to improve you, it was designed to sell you. A tip here, a fix there, and oh look, this iron can help with that exact issue you have. Or if you don't have it, I'm telling you, you have it. This wasn't education, it was marketing wrapped in instruction. Then as club technology hit a ceiling, the torch passed to instructors. Now it wasn't just about clubs, it was about systems. Stack and tilt, shallow wing, rotational, throw the club, hold the angle, do the hokey pokey. Every few years, someone finds a new way to sell what has always existed: movement, sequencing, and effort. When your philosophy shifts based on who's paying you, you're not teaching anymore, you're promoting. So here's the red flag checklist for anything in golf: manufacturers, instructors, programs, methods, you name it. Look out for buzzwords like secret, revolutionary, or hack. Look out for universal claims like this works for everybody, because it doesn't. If they have no mention of trade-offs, that's a big red flag, because every move has a cost. See if there's frequent philosophy shifts from one style to the other. It could be within months or it could be within videos. There's a miracle product conveniently sponsoring the video, just as we saw in the introduction. There's cherry picking of tour anomalies to prove a point, and let me just tell you, everybody on tour, LPGA and PGA, they're all anomalies, and you should not be trying to copy what they do. One size fits all tips without regard for body types or injuries, because one size fits all is much easier to sell than one size fits one. They have a confident delivery but zero science or context. There's testimonial that sounds like infomercials. I gained 30 yards overnight. Well, if Havenkamp, who hits a 150, all of a sudden hits a 180 at 85 years old, you gotta question that. And there's no long-term results, just the short-term hype. So in closing, golf has never had a shortage of tips, gadgets, or gurus, just a shortage of the truth. And you cannot buy consistency, you can't buy ability, and no matter how loud the promise, the only thing that actually changes your game is you. Everything else is just marketing. Fairways and greens.